So mild temperatures.
Titans of
Star.
Minimal, not basic. Simple, not ordinary.
And so
Maman était un petit peu plus côté Veggie Burger Harvey,
Ouais,
genre.
c'est sûr, hein.
On était...
Puis là, on rajoute quoi?
Moi, j'ai rajouté que...
Correct, yes.
Yeah, baby!
Oh, yeah. You're a good boy.
You're a good boy.
Good luck.
Bowls. They were pasta bowls, essentially. I had like marinara bowl, a pasta bowl. I had a chicken Alfredo.
Cold water on those things?
Cold water can't clean.
While I have you, a very sensitive issue. Canada, as you know, will be getting a new.
Said, no, I want to be a Toronto Maple Leaf, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, first and foremost, have to respect that. Can you go?
Oh, I don't know, Lance. They're not bad looking. Think of all the money a guy could save on dinner.
And upper floor. And then, when the Jews started to build the synagogues, remember?
It's Team Canada, and that's going to be strictly up to...
Now, with all that snow at higher elevations, we've had an elevated avalanche risk. That does come down a little bit heading into tomorrow.
A vacation home.
Yes.
And I like to go, so I like to go to Arizona just because all I have to do is like bring.
Cause it talks like this, goes like this. See, ding, it's all done. Ding! Let's see if it...
Hot leather neck shave and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season.
Change our life. Last year, CIBC awarded each Golden Buzzer with $25,000.
I gotta take her out for dinner. This is a nice restaurant, hey? Yeah. Nice.
And for the medium term, yes, we're looking at building net new nuclear, not just refurbishments that are being done on time and on budget at Darlington or
on the Spurs. And you get it every time. You get it on me in practice. And I'm like, what the heck? You just...
Born in Vegas.
Oh, these seats.
Really?
Get up to a $1,500 new customer. Special colors or flavors.
After every challenge, you bounce back stronger. Now your damaged hair can too.
Thanks to Strivectin, it's a gentle, seamless experience.
Elle est nettoyée. Ce gecko se lèche les globes oculaires. Bref, ce lézard.
Right back.
Built for more devices.
Okay. What if I crash through the window?
That's genius. Let's do that.
Excellent.
L'industrie automobile, mais le Québec ne pourrait-il pas faire ça pour protéger...
Voilà, donc Yves-François Blanchet qui commente la décision de Doug Ford de...
Wired to win. Anybody that suggests he's not wired to win just doesn't simply know Mitch Marner.
You lie. We'll take a ride downtown and talk about this.
Left.
No, Mario and Tony, 10 seconds go. Oddfellow. Oddfellow, yes.
with over 2 ounces of cheese curds, and then it's topped with an onion ring and
Oh, that is fantastic! Oh, I love it!
25. You got a lot of fans outside, so.
Yeah, looks like it.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Not the answer. His conservatives will bring in U.S.-style health care with big profits for private corporations and medical.
Pin the tail on the donkey.
Yes.
Now it's let's exfoliate.
We could do both.
And that's what matters. I have a feeling Amy never would have considered undergoing more treatment for.
Feel good about the trajectory you're on.
Yeah, intuition is a really good thing. Down risk.
Every bone was like, I really got into the under.
So I'm going to put the ginger in now.
Okay.
So how's that looking? Is that looking pretty mixed to you?
Looks pretty mixed. Little girl.
I do.
And that she wants a miniature Highland cat.
Going back to 2020, and so right there in January,
And not boring. I didn't have to prove it.
No, you didn't. Sorry.
To Cover Direct, Canada's most trusted direct life insurance provider. How can I help?
Hi, I'd like to.
Now he's gonna make us work.
With a signature blend of herbs and spices. Friendship well done.
And look so beautiful at the same time.
And as we open this door here, hold on a second, don't rush. I want to be able to.
What's this going to indicate to me?
Indicate that he just
Need some live edge wood for the custom counter at the River House. Live edge wood retains the natural edge on at least.
$100, as you can see. And the volumes on these have picked up in the last few weeks. So it's not just like a buyer strike.
Your second game with the team in a new system.
Yeah,
like
and
that's
hey,
impressive.
by the way.
BC or shop online. International Shooting Supplies. We're here.
Ses jambes ne sont plus engourdies mais paralysées. Il faut retirer cette tumeur au plus vite.
Ce dont souffre Roline, ce n'est pas de la schizophrénie.
Mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
pleasures of sin for a season. The word enjoy is really the word for benefits, rather than to enjoy the benefits of the pleasures of
toughest Talu forms in the show, so expect to repeat this many times.
Unindicted and a rich man.
In November 2001,
Seafood Fest is back. Hurry in for Canada's famous rotisserie chicken paired with garlic shrimp.
Spectacular. And next?
Saving you more. This snow report is brought to you by
We're in Prince George. You're dealing with some flurries this morning up in Fort St. John.
I love you.
I think it was coming off stage at Wembley. When you see some of these videos here,
Yeah.
and you just broke down after one of them.
Oh.
Explain.
On Facebook, what's your, we're at The Price is Right, CBS. We'll be right back with the
such high quality at such an affordable price.
See how much you could.
It was just a one-off campaign, too, by the way. In her new memoir, Paper Doll, Notes from a Late Bloomer, Mulvaney shares journal entries documenting.
It's obviously important, walking, going to the gym, but there's
not disclose financial terms. He had demanded a trade, but I guess now that he's getting paid.
Remember, we wanted to build this team tree fort together, but I really know how I want it to look. I can't.
But then around 35, you're like, oh, that's that sunburn from.
And I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sapphire.
Go out later.
Crickets.
In my spare time, and I saw the call for Eastlink volunteers.
Whoa. How you get there. It's why you're going.
All in one, so they're packed with treatments. Everybody get 50%.
Did you start the claim?
The following is an NTV News Checkpoint traffic update.
First published in its big book in 1939,
What are you doing with that bottle of sherry?
Sherry. That may explain a lot.
They're still not at the capacity that I want them to be. I would say they're like 60% to.
Yeah. I purchased it in Tucson at a wholesale show. That is a single stone. It's a very
to renew. I brought you that the last time, Sarah, because it targets and reverses the visible sign.
Advil Targeted Relief.
Febreze.
Have you tried these Febreze carb vent clips? The intensity.
We don't want to be solving for a problem that somebody doesn't have and missing something else.
Instagram followers. Amber has earned her affectionate title as Detroit's quote-unquote.
That tickles.
What are you doing?
Do you not know how much the lawsuits will cost you after everything goes wrong?
What? But that's too many numbers. More numbers.
Disturbed you? Well, yeah, I kept going back to her because I thought.
But he has written like over 50
website and a telephone number if you want to get your ticket.
Known that most memory foam and many mattresses trap heat.
Flavors? I did the berries that my grandmother and I would pick at the cottage.
Renting can be expensive.
A down payment can feel...
How'd you get your teeth so white?
You gotta use the right toothpaste.
Dr. C?
That all and I put that on the tray and put it in the oven for about 2 to 3 hours. We're gonna do the buns. So what I've done here is I've taken the yeast, the warm water.
That Generosa was in the city. Danny was making a series of...
So much I can sell. Bags, accessories, home decor, and it's so easy to sell.
The meal, keeping kosher, and managing the home that she knew.
Game.
Wait, I'm here.
Available to all Eastlink video customers. Hi there, I'm Great Canadian.
Rips one from the circle. On the same penalty kill, Rangers with another takeaway. Mika Zibanejad. Chris Kreider, little give and go, and Kreider scores just 42.
NASCAR Cup Series from Phoenix. Christopher Bell trying to become the third driver to win 3 of the first 4 races in the season. 8 laps to go. Bell is...
This guy's going to get so many open threes. I just looked it up. He shot 43% on 4 threes a game.
To upload your photos.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Pace Clear.
You find the flash drive? I read all about your father and everything he did with construction.
It is a wild frontier. There is no room for error.
Fat and round. Look at the shape of that fish.
Before.
We're all busy, but sometimes we put off the important thing.
Only a few Liberty ships survive today.
We didn't. We fired the accountant.
And an idea went off in my head that maybe I should find someone.
Little Chef, big taste. Giuseppe by Dr. Utker.
Discover a visibly firmer face and neck.
Love.
2 spaces remain.
$99, only at Swiss Chalet.
Now I'm in my 50s. I'm all about making the right choice.
And the air of uncertainty. One on Wednesday, we're expecting. Well, shake it up, baby. Twist and shout with the Beatles. Just all the single ladies, all the single.
China. For today's Tech Check, Deirdre Bosa on the new tool that's being called China's second DeepSeek
bathroom, and I passed the woman's bathroom and realized I've never used a woman's restroom.
Content or coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay. What are you starting with?
Starting with some pickled cheek ceviche.
Okay, I'm going right into the burger.
Il est midi moins quart et la femme de ménage est dans le corridor pour briser les...
Dawn and Cyrus think volunteering has advantages for people.
It's a good way to learn. If you're interested in that type of industry, you can, the experience and the skill of the people that are here, you can pretty much
C'est de formateurs compétents. J'ignore ce que ça implique en termes de temps et on peut facilement imaginer que la bureaucratie et la paperasse sont infernales.
Vas-y, relax. Un peu moins de feigne, s'il te plaît. Voilà, c'est parfait.
situations that come up last minute. I'm really impressed that.
This off.
Yeah, sounds good.
And Rico, I'm going to give you a hug as soon as we go off camera because this is absolutely fantastic.
A weekend. Here's a look at our rainfall. Still on the way for areas like Vancouver and the lower mainland.
And a little bit of snow left to go too.
Plan your getaways with us.
Your Wi-Fi goes down and all too familiar.
One of our kids to the hospital, so they asked me to record this promo. I'm here to tell you if you want to see all the highlights.
About his gig today. The whole town will be there. There won't be a town left if we don't stop him. Mega Blast! Greenville needs your help!
Boom! We know how to celebrate. Grab a glass.
Et voilà, là tu plies en deux. OK. Comme ça.
$5, you can have a 10 tran because you got 2 questions, and I'll just hang on to this.
Delicious, man.
Dan, what's the rush?
What do you mean, what's the rush?
Good morning, Jenny.
Oh, what is good about it?
But I want to tell everybody, if you do anything this week, do something with
Wrong. Personal.
Any more pleasant to watch? Arnold Palmer Invitational, Russell Henley one shot back of
It's like shooting in the dark. See the whole picture. Make FanDuel's MySpend tool part of your system.
Nice to know tasty meals are always on hand. With heart-to-home meals.
It's time for you to consider Chip 2.
Call now for your free no obligation.
Yes, because with affordable plans with guaranteed acceptance, they were covered. So despite...
Do you have cramping, fatigue, heaviness, and pain in your feet or legs?
A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board.
Oakland County Sheriff's Office of doing and not doing. And it...
Hi there, it's me, Dot. Did you know there's a live TV button on the PBS Kids video?
Jail.
I didn't get ice cream.
Oh boy, yep, 4-year-old.
A detective dog.
Very good.
Yeah?
Really honored by the mandate I received.
Again? Same. You?
Great.
Oh, you went to the cottage.
Picture on this Monday. Dow down by near 500. NASDAQ getting.
Afraid the boss is going to catch this on TV and go, isn't that Johnson from sales?
Are a totally different look. But this is one that will definitely.
UniTV présente Comment devenir adulte.
Free food.
De la haute finance internationale, je pense que ce serait simplement sain.
Alors, Horn, 4-year deal, $100 million, according to our Adam Schefter. 20.
And last but not least, our cousin's grandma, Wendy.
You like maple trout?
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you don't know where to get it, it's at Torini's.
You win some, you'll win some. And every win is inspired to drive us. Ram, built to serve.
Longer trust. We are getting over the shock, but let us never forget the lessons.
Which is what I've done, you know, to.
No one cares. Okay, well, the joke's on you, mysterious cougher. The path that you choose.
No. But it didn't. I'm still gonna.
Last weekend, I was walking Lena, and I think she actually elevated at one point and moved.
Good luck. Go pick your pig.
Thank you. All right.
Wrapped up the basketball season. Then Dell started baseball.
Here, they left us hanging for over 11 months.
That's right. Okay, ready? I'll give you a little push to start you off.
Here I go. Vroom, vroom.
Those up and running, right? This is still flooded out. We pumped it out.
The cap onto the vial. The vial is then transferred to an inspection station, where a tiny camera photographs the bubble and sends the picture to a computer for verification.
And intimidating her, she's filed a federal civil rights complaint, and she's asking that the DA be removed from the case. That's something we just.
Et voilà, on la met sur le côté. Tout va bien, Évry. On va tirer la planche.
Back after the break for our feature poses.
Coyote, run right across here.
Suddenly, from out of the darkness.
That sounded like a kid. Or a goat.
When I said a kid or a goat, I didn't mean a kid, like a baby goat. I meant a child. It sounded like a child.
Sandalwood Parkway. CTV's John Musselman's been following this story and joins us live with more. John.
Ready to go. Look.
A clear mandate, in their words, to be able to deal with Donald Trump.
Graham Bell made the first telephone call. He did it with
Sold out workers here because Mark Carney kneeled.
The suspense.
Hi, baby.
I love you.
Be the one thing that
basement.
Right.
You know, I knew if my mom was in the basement and the door was closed.
Not a great start. You got to turn it. You got to turn it. Doesn't work.
Several hundred firefighters out there on the front lines containing the flame.
Free agency starting Wednesday. We do want to look at some of the big name receivers still in the market.
See these 5 rings? I want to get all the way across.
Report is one of many volunteers who each week help to bring local television into your home. They all start out at a training session to learn more about community television.
Digging. Call me when it's ready.
These special goggles will help me find that meteor piece. Then I'll get my superpowers back, and everybody...
It can flow.
It's within the crust and upper
Because she's a woman in STEM.
She's a woman in STEM. She knows what's up. She knows accurate.
Why?
Because you've never requested my
Try a little less melodrama.
Sounds very feminine and female-like. Hey!
At his right hand, and the goats at the left. Then the king will say to those at his right hand, "Come, you that are blessed by..."
Both volunteer as camera operators on live productions. This fast-paced environment is...
When we come back, chasing his 3rd career, PG could get the job done at Bay Hill.
But you don't matter. The Steelers don't contend.
Lattes, and of course the international factor here is
joint pain, swelling, and stiffness. That's why there's Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind natural joint relief supplement created from the green-lip mussels of New Zealand. It's small, easy to...
Interested in that type of industry, you can, the experience and the skill of the people that are here, you can pretty much ask any question you want, you'll get an answer.
If you're like love to learn new culture, connect with new people as a newcomer here, it's the best opportunity for you to just find some volunteer position, starting with Eastlink.
Beyond the opportunity of volunteering on a live production, both believe they have learned more about their new home and the people they work with.
I started to learn hockey here. It was the first sport the first time I was learning hockey. I didn't know how to.
And how it offers the hope needed to live a better life. You've trusted me for the last 40 years. I'm asking you to trust me now. I'm taking Omega XL because it...
Hi again, Uncle Mayor.
Out of the way, nephew!
Oh, no, Uncle Mayor!
We're on it, Katie. No mayors are too many, no pup is too small.
The Atlantic puffin forms colonies on cliffs and islands along the east coast of Canada.
The right offer, he can say, hey, the Jets... We
definitely see how money can change things.
Yeah, so the Jets have liked Fields for...
Whoa, dudes. What's happening?
Otis is a villain! Whoa, whoa, whoa.
To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by ServiceMaster Restore. When disaster strikes your home, count on the experts at ServiceMaster Restore for emergency restoration services.
Australia inundated by floodwaters. First, we start with flooding in Argentina. At least 16 people were killed and almost 1,000 evacuated in the country after severe storms caused intense flooding in the area. Footage shows strong currents flowing through the streets on Saturday. And cars were submerged in floodwaters as 260 millimeters of rain lashed parts of Australia in about 4.5 hours only on Sunday. Footage shows residents walking in knee-high waters and vehicles submerged in floodwaters. And with those floodwaters, emergency crews were busy rescuing 2 men trapped atop their vehicles in the Sunshine Coast region of Queensland, Australia on Monday in the aftermath of ex-tropical cyclone Alfred. Monday to you. Let's talk a little bit of our forecast starting in Western Canada. Take a look here in Nanaimo as Vancouver Island and much of southern British Columbia walloped with precipitation over the last few days, which has been good news because it has been exceptionally dry this winter in British Columbia. So I guess we'll take that moisture. Looking at Western Canada as a whole, temperature's not too bad to start the week. As the week goes along, though, colder temperatures will be filtering in, especially for the prairies. But see Kelowna at 8 degrees today, Calgary at +3, a little bit chillier into Regina with a high of -8. Looking at some of our wind chill values for today, the Queen City feeling closer to -15. Now, taking a look, we do have some snowfall warnings in parts of east central Saskatchewan, central Manitoba, and then into northwestern Ontario. Now, northwestern Ontario could see about 25 centimeters of snow in the heaviest hit areas. The good news is this looks to be just a bit further north than the Trans-Canada Highway, but we had some wind warnings earlier in the day for southern Alberta. You can see in the past 24 hours we had wind gusts for some communities over 100 kilometers per hour, but thankfully things are starting to come down a bit there, but still some breezy conditions lingering into the afternoon for today. Now, temperatures are going to be taking a little bit of a nosedive after some improvement for our Tuesday, Wednesday. We can see Calgary down to -6 by Friday. A little bit of snowfall in the mix there by the looks of it as well. And for Regina, a similar dip in temperatures Friday into Saturday, but we do get some above freezing days earlier in the week. And Winnipeg showing a similar pattern. Decent temperatures all the way up into the weekend when we take a little bit of a tumble. Now into British Columbia, it has been an exceptionally wet couple of past days. Rainfall at lower elevations, ample snowfall in the alpine regions. Now, a little bit more rainfall left, but really nothing in comparison to what we've been seeing. Now, with all that fresh snowfall at higher elevations and some of those warmer temperatures as well, an elevated avalanche risk. This is for today. A little bit of improvement into tomorrow. As you can see, the risk level for many areas dipping down, but still some in that dicey territory. This afternoon, looking at the rainfall and the active weather along the coast, that will continue. And for British Columbia, we do have a fairly active pattern ahead by the looks of it. Victoria seeing a similar pattern with quite a bit of rain. Now it's time for Share Your Weather. We're going to start the week off right with this edition of Share Your Weather. Some photos to kick things off in Kananaskis. You can barely see with that snowfall that we saw in recent days. Now we'll head to the sunset here in Windsor, where temperatures are looking real good this week. I think around 15 degrees for our Monday in parts of southwestern Ontario. And in Bonavista, we have a calm moment of reflection here. Very cool stuff. All right, video time. It's still very much winter. Paradise, Newfoundland, helping to show that, although a beautiful winter scene to drink in here. Have you ever seen a skating cowboy? Well, you have now. Take a look at this in Toronto, just outside City Hall. Enjoy the skating while you can. Warm temperatures will likely not be conducive of this kind of outdoor action in the days to come. And in Coquitlam, British Columbia, the rain
Can possibly be any more. You realize there's more to life than more. You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Trump wants our jobs.
We're going to take other countries' jobs.
And Mark Carney is just the man to help him. Trudeau and Carney sold out Canada with job-killing taxes that push jobs south. He opposed Canadian pipelines while profiting off U.S. coal. Carney even moved his company's headquarters to New York, just as Trump wanted.
You're sneaky.
Carbon tax Carney. If Carney wins, Canada loses.
Layla Fernandez, what a shot.
Today and every day, I choose to be bold. I love bold coffee. Bold moves, bold coffee.
Hi, I'm Sahar, founder of Love Your Curls, and we make hair products for curly hair that actually work. And guess what? Every single one of our incredible hair products are made right here in Canada. So visit loveyourcurls.ca to learn more.
Subway's new Mojo sauce is unlike anything you've had before. Go Mojo mode on a 6-inch sub with freshly sliced Black Forest ham for just $4.99.
You know something serious about to happen.
Ooh, shh.
I have an idea.
Will Trent, new episode, Tuesday, 8/9 Mountain on CTV.
This is the Players where anything can happen.
The strongest field of the season meets the purest test in golf.
It never coming back here.
It's a moment of and Plus's unrivaled access to early round coverage, marquee groups, and more.
It will be wild. It will be unpredictable. It will be memorable.
Reach.
And if you do own, it can be tough to keep up with maintenance.
Everyone deserves a place to call home.
Opposable thumbs.
It was the only way to stop the machine.
Go, 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 go! On squad, on squad!
Why, brother? Why?
Don't worry. We'll take good care of the ducks. There's a zoo in Minnesota that owes me a favor. You did a good thing here today. We could use someone like you at Odd Squad.
Odd Squad? But they...
upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Best Western Hotels and Resorts.
Welcome to In the Know Canada. We're going to get you up to speed on our top weather stories across the country. Nicole Karkic and Matt Hamill with you here. How was your sleep last night?
You know, I'm a little thrown off, and from the
right?
sense I've gotten, a lot of people are in the same boat. Nicole.
Yeah, Sunday I was fine, but it's always the Monday that really hurts. Now, before we get to your top weather stories across the country, let's learn more about how daylight saving can impact our mental health.
In the spring, we move our clocks ahead 1 hour during daylight saving time, which can impact our mood for the better or for worse. The good news is more daylight can have mood-boosting effects.
Serotonin is our happy chemical, and what that does is it helps with feeling good. It also helps with alertness and focus, and we get that through sunlight. Then as the nightfall comes and we're getting the red light from the sun going down, then melatonin is produced, and that is responsible for helping us sleep well.
The right amount of serotonin and melatonin can keep our body system in alignment. But for some, too much sunlight comes with some downfalls.
We're getting more of that serotonin, but too much of that can actually make us feel more amped up, irritated, agitated. Actually, the spring and summer times is when violence and suicide are at its highest. And people specifically with bipolar disorder feel more manic in the summer.
Part of this biological switch after DST is because our internal clock gets disrupted. This is called circadian rhythm.
It helps with our sleep, wake, focus, mood, appetite, and immune function. But when we're not getting adequate sunlight or our sleep is off, it puts all of these systems out of whack, which makes us not feel good.
If you're feeling more irritable in the spring and summer, keep these tips in mind.
Make sure that you have a routine, go to sleep at the same time and wake at the same time. Exercising in the morning, that really helps wake the body up, and it also allows for you to relax later on in the evening. But get some blackout curtains. You know, keep that sunlight to a minimum in the evenings. Start to wind things down at home maybe a little bit earlier, and you'll notice a shift in your mood and for it to feel more balanced.
Okay, some good food for thought, Nicole. I think a lot of us could use any sort of guidance we need at this point in time, because, yeah, a little tough to make that adjustment this time of year.
It is. So a lot of people get away, and a lot of people this week have March break across Ontario. There's March break in swing, as well as Nova Scotia. So let's give you a little cheat sheet on where we're seeing a March break this week. Halifax, we've got light.
And guys, some people have learned this lesson. Don't make it too dry.
Yeah, what happens when it's too dry?
It's like this, but mostly more crumbly.
Yeah, you're right. Crumbly is the word. Okay, so what we're going to do is Abby and I are just going to take little balls of this. We're going to bake it for
somebody who can be a criminal history on Sutton. There was no
3 and then pretty quiet over. A dip and then pretty quiet overall in southern Ontario, actually. But in the long range, we've got a really messy spring-like system.
Yeah, something we haven't seen in a hot minute, Nicole. Maybe a little bit of, spring storm action moving in. So we'll look out for very warm temperatures.
A weekend, so at least we got our week to enjoy. This is going to really bust a lot of those snowpacks. Speaking of snowpack on the west coast, our avalanche danger rating quite high for many areas. There's an unstable snowpack. We had heavy rain over the weekend. We had windy conditions. We had a lot of snow. And this is a look at some of these rainfall totals just into Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, so maybe we've seen the heaviest of our precipitation, but yeah, quite a weekend. Here's a look at our rainfall. Still on the way for areas like Vancouver and the lower mainland.
And Eastman, money laundering, drugs, talk about $80 billion a year. I started getting a lot of respect with the biggest family in control of Toronto. Made $1.2 million in one day.
Vengeance has no timeline with the mafia.
Sooner or later, there's a bullet for you.
They do not forget.
My squad nice, my squad good, my squad rep, my city, my hood. shot. Got 10 plays, yeah, we coming for them spots. Got 10 ways I can put you on lock. Put you on blocks, K.I. with the rock. My squad nice, my squad good. My squad rep, my city, my hood. Yo, I'm the main event dog, I'm the class fight. I hit you with the right and the left flurry. Just like Chef Curry, gold medal, no mercy.
If you love golf, TSN Plus is a hole-in-one with PGA Tour Live.
Oh my goodness!
Get unrivaled access to early round coverage, marquee groups, and more from start to finish. Plus, additional coverage of tennis, F1, and CFL. All this and so much more.
Oh, incredible!
With exclusive feeds and extended coverage on TSN Plus. Subscribe to 6 months for just $30. Offer ends April 13th. Visit tsn.ca/TSN Plus.
Welcome back to our SportsCenter special free agency countdown. Adam Schefter with more breaking news.
B.J. Hill is going back to the Bengals in a 3-year, $33 million deal, including $16 million guaranteed. Wow. The Bengals bolstering their defensive line. They have some room under the cap. The question is how they're now going to allocate it. We know they have to spend on Jamar Chase. We know they have to spend on other players, but B.J. Hill gets paid today from Cincinnati.
Hey, Trey, where's yours?
Trey Hendrickson.
Where's your, look, I mean, this is one of your guys now. But look, what they're doing with Trey Hendrickson, I'm sure this is getting personal. Like, he's getting ticked. Yeah. He's getting ticked. Like, how am I not in the discussion? Just go ahead out there and see if you can find a trade partner, establish your market and all that. It shouldn't even come to this. It shouldn't come to this with this. Look, you saw what J.J. Watt said about defensive players in particular recently.
Right.
And just about free agents overall and taking care of your own. Trey has produced for you. I'm glad B.J. got his. I don't understand how they're handling this Trey Hendrickson situation at all.
It is bizarre. Go ahead, Adam.
Javon Kinlaw, the free agent defensive tackle from the Jets. Going to Washington, rejoining Adam Peters, who helped draft him in San Francisco.
Like that.
So it's essentially going to be a 3-year, $45 million deal for Javon Kinlaw in Washington.
All right, we'll continue with these updates. Adam, I'm going to let you finish that one, buy you a little bit of time because we've had so many deals happen as this show got started at noon. They're going to continue to happen. You want to recap some of the biggest ones?
Chris Godwin back to Tampa, 3 years, $66 million, max value 72. New England was coming at him very hard. It was a situation where the Patriots wanted to get it done. The Buccaneers kept him, and they now get their big free agent priority back in Tampa Bay for the Buccaneers. He and Mike Evans now can hopefully finish out